Yeah, we are.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to turn and face the east. I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out here teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bayash Debadat, the house of David. All right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and you Seminole Indians, all right, and whose father's line goes back to a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, you are the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of, okay? So, being that you are those children, all right, hey, we have the gospel to preach unto you, all right, the gospel, the good news, all right, and it's great news for the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, 1/3 of the nation of Israel will see salvation. All right, will be delivered from these perilous times that are coming. All right, because here it is, we're knocking on the door of Jacob's trouble. Okay, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. All right, and you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, you will learn death by pain. Okay, because 2/3 of the nation of Israel care not for the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God, Slakia, God or Jehovah. His name is Yahweh, all right, meaning he is or he to be. Bahashem in the name, Yahweh Shai is he delivers or he saves. Okay, Bahashem once again in the name, Rahak Wadash, all right, Spirit Holy or Holy Spirit, all right. And this is the true name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and you Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds will die for not believing upon the testimony, all right, for not calling upon that name and repenting, all right, from your abominable ways, whether it be through the diet that you eat, okay, knowingly consuming the unclean things, okay, excuse me, as well as the atrocities and whoredoms that you commit unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, worshiping other gods, okay, believing on other testimonies, these false testimonies, praying to these false idols, okay? Israel has a place, all right, and your place, is under Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Your place is to teach the law, statutes, and commandments, especially if you are a man of Israel. Okay, if you're a man, it is ordained for you to come out to the highways and byways if it's in your spirit. But at the very least, to believe upon the testimony and take heed to the words that are being spoken unto you. All right, by the men who are teaching the 100% doctrine. All right, starting with the Apostle Tahar, Apostle Apostle Tahar. All right, being the head of Israel. All right, then following with the Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah, and the elders and the men under them. All right, teaching that same doctrine, that 100% truth. All right, that Babylon, all right, aka Rome 2.0, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Egypt, aka America, all right, is going to die by thermonuclear fire. And everybody who's on the shores in the lands of America that doesn't believe upon this testimony that is an Israelite. All right, because you other nations, it doesn't matter. All right, so-called white man, white woman, so-called a Chinese man, all right, Ethiopian, it does not matter. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is not here, is not coming to deliver you. All right, he is only coming to deliver the Israelites. All right, and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Okay, once again, 2/3 will know death by pain. All right, but we're gonna stop. I'm gonna stop talking and let these scripts speak. All right.
Revelations 13 and 14. And it deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they shall make an image of the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live.
All right, Esau, Edom, all right, which is this so-called white man, all right, has a system set up. All right, and you're starting to see this system, more so come to the forefront. Okay, I believe in June it's the pilot, in July it's the CBDC is being pushed. All right, that Fed now. All right, so that's pushing that agenda. Okay, that whole whole digital system is coming. All right, because that CHIP, all right, for the CIP, all right, CHIP, all right, is speaking loud and clear. Okay, hey, they have laws in place already for what they want to do. All right, now it's time to enact those laws and carry them out. Okay, now it's time to see, hey, how much these people are really sheeple. Okay, hey, and this is what we're starting to see, and it's becoming more apparent. This thing will be pushed on a mass scale. Okay, worldwide. It's not just here in the shores of America, but worldwide. Okay, a new world government. All right, as this digital currency is going worldwide. All right, to do away with paper money. All right, so your side hustles are gone. Okay, all the image of the beast is starting to speak loud and clear. If you haven't seen it now, it's more apparent than ever. Okay, it is right here in front of your face. Okay, they're giving it to you, hey, without mixture. Okay,
somewhere in the Middle East, there was just protesting. You know, they had told them pretty much to turn in all your cash for digital currency.
God,
You know, they I think it was like somewhere in the Middle East. You know, I think not Iran. It was Lebanon? Some you know, somewhere in the Middle East though. And that's just, you know, things, you know, to come. You know, showing things to come. Same with these bank crashes. All right, you're gonna have you know, digital currency. You know, cryptocurrency crashes too.
God.
All right, a lot of economists saying that it's not even safe to put money in crypto right now.
Right.
All right, which, you know, we know that there's gonna be a boom, you know, with this cryptocurrency, and then you know, the government's gonna shut that shit down. You know, just as they've shown through what was it, FTP or FTX, you know, how that it would show that cryptocurrency is unstable. All right, you had celebrities such as Tom Brady, you know, get scammed out of their own money, and then, you know, that dude who created it, you know, but I think he just got like a little fine or slap on the wrist.
A little slap on the wrist.
But at the end of the day, you know, same thing with these banks going out.
Hey, Britain's on the digital currency too.
Right.
All right. Hey, I think they're 70% digital or something like that.
But that's the whole plan, you know, of you know, the leaders behind the scene. All right, the elites, you know, is to tank this economy. All right, and then make it go digital. All right, they're gonna take anything physical, you know, physical paper money. It's gonna have no value.
What is that article you were reading about?
Oh yeah, the Filipino lady. A Filipino couple had jewelry, fine jewelry, you know, worth up to they estimated about $10 million in a JP Morgan Chase. All right, they suing them right now because they sent the bill to the wrong address and sold all her jewelry. All right, approximately $10 million worth of jewelry. All right, off of and they never been late on a payment, nothing like that, but missed you know, a month's payment. All right, and automatically they took that jewelry, sold it. All right, because we know these banks is doing bad.
God.
All right, they invest your money in bullshit, you know. Which the paper dollar is really, you know, it's fiat currency.
All right.
All right, it's meaningless. You know, hey, the America's in what 31 trillion dollars in debt. All right, but yet people believe that this society is going to continue and keep going. All right, well, that's the miracles that they're going to bring forth with this MOTB. All right, when everything crashes here, all right, they going to tell you, okay, we got you. You just got to be a part of this system. Well, what does that system come with? All right, it comes with their total control. It comes with them knowing and putting limits on everything that you buy and purchase. And if you don't have this thing inside of your hand to pay for stuff, then you ain't gonna be able to go up in these stores.
Stop.
All right,
And they tell you what you can and what you can buy.
and they're gonna crash everything as far as what is it? As far as retirement plans, 401ks, all that shit's out the door, man.
Hey, they just said I was just reading an article earlier. Is your I think it's either your IRA. I think it's your IRA. Yeah, one of those, or your 401k, as they had took in times past. All right, a couple of years ago, they're going to take 70% of your retirement. All right, to pay for the debt. All right, how is it that they have the ability to take your retirement that you work for to pay for debt? All right, debt that you didn't sign up for. All right, that they just put you in.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, that shows the madness this devil's in, because he go out and spend $100 billion on these damn Ukraines. All right, but he won't help his own people. All right, he gonna go fund a war, that he has no right to even be a part of.
Right.
All right.
But yet, lo and behold, still say, hey, you got multiple food banks and so on and so forth shutting down. All right, around the United States. All right, they have people are in perilous times. All right, this is the people are starting to get desperate. Okay,
They see now in France is going down like that.
yeah,
It's going.
hey, you got France. What happened in Brazil a couple of years ago? Still feeling the effects. All right, what's happening over in Haiti right now? All right, hey, continuous chaos. All right, but this is this devil's MO. All right, order out of chaos. Okay, this devil has to collapse this system. Why? Because it's prophecy. All right,
because they're gonna bring their currency in, and I was reading that too. It's called Fed now. And they talked about when they were gonna start releasing that in July, man.
Right.
Same time, Brooks
Or
is talking about
1467 or 1407, something like that.
Yeah. It's that but it's given it. Hey, the pilot starts in June.
Yeah.
All right. So with that pilot starts in June. Hey, there goes your trinkets. Give you little things, little advances. All right. If you go ahead and do this. All right. Hey, it's a system set up. All right. But we know that it's already set up to fail through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay. Go ahead. 4:15.
Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right. If you don't bow down to this devil system, all right. Hey, if you do not bow down to this devil system, you very well may be killed. All right. You may be beheaded. You may be cast into prison, a FEMA camp. Okay. You might have to, you will definitely, be on the streets. Okay. Because this devil says, read it once again. All right. If you do not bend to the will of this system, that you should die.
Revelations 13 and 15 again. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right. So if you're not bowing down to this man's system, all right, like this devil is having a problem right now. All right, he's having a problem. People aren't accepting the bullshit that he's pushing. He's losing power. All right, the devil knows that. Matter of fact, go ahead and pull that. All right, this devil knows that he's losing. He's losing power. All right, so what is a way to gain power? Through fear. All right, that's why this devil is going to push. He is going to push this shit out. All right, he's got everything set up in play. All right, and now it's just a matter of time. Okay, it's 90 seconds to midnight. All right, 90 seconds to midnight. And within hitting that 90 seconds, going through that 90 seconds, prophecies are still going to unfold. All right, because before ultimately that the ICBMs are dropped, 200 million missiles will fall on the shores of America. Okay. No, Revelations 13, where you have a short time. I was thinking 12 and 13.
This is Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, whom to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have a short time.
Right. This devil know he has a short time. He knows this time is ticking away. All right. He sees that people, hey, through this pandemic, weren't as accepting as they'd hoped, even though they did a lot of work. All right, but not as many people did exactly what they wanted them to do. Okay.
And you had you were able to, some people, were maneuver around, getting the JAG, and having false claim, falsely claiming that they had got it. All right, getting official documented paperwork. So you had a few doctors go to jail for passing,
Right.
saying, giving out, false paperwork. All right, but with this new system, he ain't gonna be able to do that. All right, when the MOTB gets pushed out, hey, that's all linked, to the Internet of Things.
Right.
All right, it's all linked, to where they could systematically shut your shit down if they wanted to, because you're gonna be a part of the system.
Right.
All right, to be linked to, you're pretty much gonna be linked to this, wireless connection.
Right.
All right, to 5G.
Hey, and this is exactly why this devil wants everything on the Internet of Things, everything connected.
That's merging, AI, artificial intelligence with man, transhumanism.
Yep.
As you see in movies such as like
Soldier, Universal Soldier,
Carbon,
Bionic Man,
Altered Carbon,
Robot. How many more? Centennial Man, Minority Report, Demolition Man, Stepford Housewives. All right. Hey, this devil has been showing you for years everything that's going on.
iRobot.
Right? iRobot.
Yeah, it shows him that he's a fraud because he feels by doing this that he have everyone's thoughts and process.
Right.
Like I know your every move.
It's that because
That blasphemy, man.
he puts himself up he wants to set himself up as the Most High. All right. This is exactly what this devil's MO is. All right. You continue to push this narrative that he knows best for you. All right. And it doesn't matter about the other nations, Jake. All right. It only matters about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and you Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds whose fathers goes back. All right. Whose father's line, whose lineage, who the seed of the father goes back to. All right. It is only for you. Salvation is not an all-inclusive every nation thing. God.
They're not going to adhere to the word.
Right.
So if you have that zeal, to hear and understand, the prophecies of the Lord, man, you got work to be done.
God.
All right, you got to get right before the Lord come back.
You better get acclimated. All right. You better get acclimated to the times, because the times that we are in right now are already stressful to people. All right. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said, hey, what will I be unto you? Roughly paraphrasing scripture. All right. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. All right. This is the wisdom and knowledge that you have to receive from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right. You have to dig into this book. Okay. Hey, so that you will have a stable mind in these times. All right. Because, hey, there is nobody who's going to be out here to be able to do it without Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right. Hey, and it's only Israel who has that opportunity. All right. All these other nations, hey, they got to live their best life. Okay. They're living their best life at this point in time right now. All right. Because guess what? They have 1,000 years of hardcore bondage to go into. All right. Everyone in their generations has to pay for the atrocities they have done unto the nation of Israel. After 1,000 years. All right. After 1,000 years, then they'll start more so rejoicing. All right. And see the righteousness that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has bestowed upon his nation for them, essentially. All right, so that they can live a fulfilled, abundant life within the measure that Yahweh Shem Shai has allotted for them. All right, yeah.
Revelations 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads.
God, hey, and what technologies do you see right now that are promoting?
Neuralink.
All right, you have Neuralink with Elon Musk. You have the
Walmart.
Walmart. All right, you have the
That's a precursor.
right.
Probably more, that wristband that you can pay with.
Hey, and the digital tattoo. That's what Bill Gates. Synchron. Yeah, I can
That's
never
Bill
remember
Gates
that name.
and Jeff Bezos.
Right.
So two, major companies, going, and collabing on on this brand of rice.
Right. It's your best. Hey, you can get any brand that you want.
Yep.
You're a Tesla fan.
That's like Torian doing a
Exactly.
collaboration with Off-White. Tweaking off there, Off-White, they sell them damn Snickers for thousands of dollars.
Hey, but hey, this
That's
is
how major this is. Project perspective.
right. It's gonna give the people what they want. All right, even if they don't want it, you still go get it. Right. Right. They pushing this for you, Jake. It's mainly for you. All right. It is you who needs exemption. All right. It is you who is going to be judged for taking that.
Right.
All right.
Because that's how Esau, maintain power, is by keeping, Israelites, from knowing who they are. Because then they won't go back to the law, statutes, and commandments. So this man has told our people that this book doesn't belong to him. All right, and that everything in it, everything in it, isn't for you. So then our people look at this book and say, "Oh, it's not true." See, but they know more about this book than you do.
Yeah.
Let me grab some real quick. This Psalms 2 and verse 1. It says, "Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us."
Hey, and the people rage. Hey, the heathen rage because Israel, is underneath the foot. All right, Israel. They believe that Israel, Israel is not going to return. The nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians.
Right.
All right, they believe that they're going to continue to be on the bottom, continue to be held down.
Right.
All right, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is the power of Israel, all right, has already ordained his people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and the speckled bird whose father's line goes back. All right, it is you who Yahweh Bashem Yahushai cares for.
Right.
He cares about nobody else.
That word rage in the Hebrew goes back to conspire. All right. So the heathen nations, is everybody outside of Israel. Okay. They're known in the Bible as the sons of men. Okay. And the sons of men, are also in the Bible called beasts. All right, because they have no laws, statutes, commandments to abide by. The Lord gave the Israelites laws, statutes, commandments to be clean amongst in the presence of Him. All right, that's why the Israelites are known as the sons of God. All right, His chosen people. All right, that treasure. All right. Now every other heathen nation has conspired. All right, and has conspired against keeping the nation of Israel down. All right, that's why you have these world powers right now. What's the vain thing that they're imagining? That they're gonna be next in line to take the power seat. All right, the next rulership of this world, because they know America's going down. America's done for, man. The increase of wickedness here in Babylon the Great, all right, is ridiculous. All right, that's why they have your kids, believing that they could be whatever they want. They could be a cat in they public schools. All right. They put litter boxes for your kids to take a shit in front of everybody. All right. And in your kindergartens. All right. And if you don't call a person by what they feel they are, all right, then you're committing a crime.
You go to jail for it now.
Right? Because you didn't call them they when they a single person. Right? But yeah, they could take your kid to a damn drag show and not be called a pedophile.
Right.
All right.
Can I just call them demon? Because we are legion. That's what they got on them, demon.
Right. But see,
right.
the wickedness that has expounded, here in Babylon, that's a signs, of rulership going down.
God.
All right. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. All right. Jacob is the Israelites. That's who got next. Lord willing.
God.
All right. Not Xi Jinping out in China. All right. Not Kim Jong-un in North Korea. Not Vladimir Putin and the Russians. All right. And those are the forefront runners, of who's next. And it ain't gonna be them.
Right. Hey, those are just those are false draft picks. Okay. Right. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 2:19. Then on wickedness shall
read that again.
thou own wickedness shall correct thee, and thou backslider shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see it is an evil thing and bitter, that thou have forsaken Yahweh Bashem Yahushai thou power, and that may fear is not in thee, said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai your power of hosts.
Right. Hey, Israel, you have forsaken your power. All right. Being that you did not adhere to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's laws, statutes, and commandments, okay, and you went after other gods. You forsook, your heritage. Okay. You forsook your heritage. You cared not. Okay. Hey, and truth and reality is the fact that 2/3 of the nation of Israel was not willing, all right, to bend to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's will, but wanted to live deliciously amongst these other nations. Okay. To continue after their ways and follow after these false gods, such as what happened when Israel came out of Egypt. All right. Right when they were delivered, speaking against Moses in the wilderness. All right, and essentially speaking against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right.
Comfort in this life. I know that it is your captivity.
God.
So you finding comfort in a place that was meant for your captivity, man. You're not gonna make it out of here. All right, the Lord's not gonna save you.
God.
All right, because you love the one thing that He put, all right, in place to stop you from being into the kingdom, from entering the kingdom. All right, you trusted everything that you have here in America, and as can you read that again? Because as the Apostle Gabar says, America, the definition of America itself is bitter.
Right.
All right, it means bitter. All right. Now, there's things called omen omens. And now people basically in the Bible, their name meant something. All right, like Shem, his name means name or reputation. All right, out of the line of Shem, Noah's first son, you had a noble seed come out of him. All right.
All right, go ahead.
Abraham, man, what? Father of many nations.
God.
Go ahead.
Yeah, God. It's Jeremiah 2:19. Thou own wickedness shall correct thee, and thou backslider shall reprove thee. Now therefore see it is an evil thing and bitter, that thou hast forsaken Yahweh Bashem Yahushai thou power, and that my fear is not in thee, said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai thou power of hosts.
Right, because you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians have no fear for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You just keep on like everything is good and everything's going to be all right. As if America ever really gave two shits about you. All right. As if they ever gave a care about your children or your heritage. All right. you're stuck in this captivity and you're okay with it. You're okay with being on the bottom. You're okay with everything being cool. All right. You play along to get along like a damn fool. All right. Not saying don't be wise. All right. Because if a man don't work, he don't eat. All right. And not telling you to go and stir up any trouble. All right. But Yahweh Shemi Shai commands you men of Israel to get out here on the highways and byways and proclaim the downfall of your enemy. All right. This man is your enemy. Go ahead.
Proverbs 1:7. The fear of Yahweh Shemi Shai is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and insurrection. Yeah. So what the brother is saying is, the elect will listen because the name of Yahweh Shemi Shai, that's what it starts with, that fear. And then the wisdom in the beginning of getting into these scriptures will let you know how to maneuver. But you 2/3, like he said, you fools despise this instruction to do what you need to do here. You that's why you're doing what you're doing with Esau and the rest of them. You enjoying it right now.
Right. You live in you live in that YOLO spirit. Living your best life. All right. As if this life has something to offer you.
This life don't have shit to offer.
As if your children aren't fucking reprobates unto Yahweh Shemi Shai. As if these people out here really care about your children as they're getting shot down, gunned down in the street. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, and Seminole Indians. And you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. As if red line didn't exist. As if they don't keep you out of their neighborhoods. As if they don't take everything from you. All right? As if you hold your own fucking patents to your own ideas. All right? At a low-level scale. They have made money off you generation after generation. They continue to put you in a bad case. All right? But you trust in this devil. You give everything to this devil. They don't care about you. All right? Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? This is for you. Yahweh Shemi Shai cares about you. All right? And only the 1/3 of nation. All right? If you don't want to adhere to the word, then fuck it. Get up the street. And Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to do away with you. All right?
Baruch 2:30. It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves."
Right. You will start to remember yourself. All right? Hey, Yahweh Shemi Shai knew you wouldn't take heed to his words. All right? He knew you wouldn't take heed to the words. All right? Because he gave this word, he delivered the whole nation at one point in time out of Egypt. And you still didn't listen. All right? You still did not hearken unto the word. That's why the 1/3 will be saved and 2/3, matter of fact, get Zechariah.
That's why he had to do it again.
God.
Right? Deuteronomy 28 and 64th verse.
I was just about
to
get
where it said, hey, and just pull it out. And that was,
Yep. He pulled Deuteronomy first, and then he pulls Zechariah. And then you still hold like Jeremiah. Come.
This Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68 says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there shall ye be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you."
Hey, go ahead.
And that's talking about the transatlantic slave trade. Now, in Egypt, we weren't brought to Egypt by the way of ships. Okay, but both the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom, and during the transatlantic slave trade, they shipped the Northern Kingdom that was already in the Americas back, to Spain and back west or east. Okay, and then the dispersed remnant of Israel, the Southern Kingdom, that was mostly in West Africa. They brought them to the Americas. All right, And then, if you go into Jeremiah the 50th chapter, it says that both northern and southern kingdom, will serve, will be in captivity together. I'll pull that next after brother gets his. But and no one's gonna buy you. Buy you meaning redeem. So ain't nobody here trying to save you or give you a helping hand out of captivity. You see how long they and how hard they try to keep the southern kingdom, predominantly the Negroes in captivity for. All right.
Hey, and think of everybody who so-called tried to help. All right, hey, free the so-called black man. All right, so-called black woman. What's happened to everybody who tried to free them? All right, that tried to help further. Hey, go back to Nat Turner. All right, what happened to him? Okay, go back to Martin Luther King. All right,
when they were already considered free men, but what did they do? They put that 3/5 clause on.
God.
So you still, and that's in the amendment.
Yep.
All right, that's in your Bill of Rights.
They just changed that not too long ago.
Right.
But nevertheless.
But for that period of time, you were still looked at less than a human being,
God.
and you still looked at as less than a human being.
Hey, just because it's on paperwork doesn't mean this devil treats you like it. All right, and you can see that throughout his perverse laws that he has. All right, hey, from the devil himself, Joe Biden. All right, that had stop and frisk. Okay, had that in action, then he goes ahead and apologizes for it, and you dumbass sheep will go ahead and fall for it. Oh, he said I apologize. Right, after he's already fucked off how many generations of you Israelites?
He was a part of the he was pushing for not to integrate.
Right. Hey, and
but that would have actually been better.
Then you got Camel Toe Harris, all right, who had the 3 strikes rule. Okay, pushing it in California. See, these people are set up against you. All right, they were never put here for the betterment of the so-called black man, so-called Latino man, so-called Native American, so-called Seminole Indian. All right, or you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. Because believe it or not, even though you look like the other nations, you are still under the curses. All right, because you're of the seed, you're of your father's seed. That means the curses have clung unto you. All right, you might have it a little bit better than somebody who identifies, all right, as a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian, but nevertheless, you're still typically at the bottom of the totem pole in your what it would be called, your social network. All right, your society, your social society. All right, what you believe that is your world. Okay,
Wherever you go,
wherever your dwelling place is.
this is I got.
Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said Yahweh Shai, 2 parts therein should be cut off and die, but the third should be left therein.
Right. 2/3 of the nation of Israel will be cut off and die for the disbelief and the atrocities they have shown unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. 2/3 will be cut off and die for taking the MOTB. All right, the C hip. All right. This will lead you to death and destruction. 2/3 of the nation of Israel are guaranteed. All right. It is a guarantee. It is not a maybe. It is not a possibility. All right. It is a guarantee that 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds will die. All right. We'll die by the sword and we'll die by pestilence. All right. Hey, thermonuclear fire is on the agenda for you. All right. There is no escape. All right. No, go ahead and pull that.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 31, or sorry, 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, they refused to let them go. All right. Now the children of Israel is talking about the northern kingdom. All right, the Negro or the Native American, the so-called Native Americans and Latinos. All right. Now the children of Judah, is talking about the southern kingdom. You know, Judah, um, Levi, and Benjamin. All right, because that's pretty much who was together. You know, in in Jerusalem still during the times of Yahweh Shai. All right, that's who was left. The Northern Kingdom was already in the Americas at that time.
Right. And there was still a Northern Kingdom about.
Yeah,
Right.
a remnant of them,
Remnant.
but the majority. All right, because there's always a remnant, just as you have a remnant,
Of Judah.
Israel everywhere.
God.
All right,
Sands of the sea.
lands of the sea. So as it says in the book of Hosea. All right, so throughout captivity, because you got to know, throughout history, we've been in 4 major captivities. All right, the Babylonian captivity, the Medo-Persian captivity. All right, and then the Greek captivity, and then the Rome captivity. All right, and then this is Rome 2.0 once again. All right, everything in America is structured, the same way Rome was. All right, now in the meantime, in between time when Rome fell, all right, you had something known as the Dark Ages. what they call the Dark Ages because they don't want you to know about it.
We lost all
All right,
information.
the so-called white man has called it. He deemed it the Dark Ages because it was a bad time for him. When he,
Blackout time.
right, when he was in a lower state. All right, but the Lord that was that wound healed once again. All right, and then he brought back this queendom. All right, this rulership, which is two political parties such as you got the Democrats and the Republicans, the liberals and conservatives. You have the in Rome, you have the plebeians and patricians. You have 3 branches of government.
House, the Senate.
You have the same thing in Rome. All right. As far as the architecture, Rome once again. All right. Yeah, Rome reincarnated. All right. See, reincarnation is true, and it's not just people that get reincarnated. All right, that come back in the flesh, but it's the whole system. All right, that's the beast system. We're living in the times of the beast system. Okay.
And that devil is speaking loud and clear.
Oh, and what did they do when they came back? When they came back into power, what did they do? They had something called as the Renaissance. All right. And what did they do? They wiped out all that black image, so-called black imagery.
Through
All right. Something known as iconoclasm. All right, and repainted the images. That's how you have a Yahweh Shai looking like a so-called white man.
Looking like a hippie, yeah. Looking like a hippie. All right,
That's the main atrocity.
Right. Hey, you think that's why you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, you believe in that prosperity doctrine. You believe in the rapture where, hey, you just got to live through a tough time of 7 years, and then you were left behind. Then everybody goes to heaven. All right.
False.
Yeah.
False doctrine.
It's a false doctrine. It's a fake. All right.
False ideology.
Because nobody is going to receive the kingdom of heaven but the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and Seminole Indians. All right. And first and foremost, it starts with the 1/3. All right. The 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and then the rest of the multitude of the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. All right. Men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony. All right. Who call upon the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in truth and sincerity. All right. Repenting for their sins. All right. And to repent, to put away and not to do them again. All right. Not to say 7 Hail Marys 7 Hail Marys and light 33 candles, all right, and then confess to the Father once again, then come on back and commit another atrocity. Shalom, man. All right. All right, you got a question?
Can you pray for me?
Pray for you? Yeah. All right.
Not me not to get hungry today.
For you not to get hungry tonight? All right, what's your so-called nationality?
Taiwan.
Taiwan? All right. So right over here, all right, and this could be, all right. First, let me ask you, do you believe in the Bible?
I don't believe the Bible, I believe in him. He prayed for me last time.
You believe in him?
Yeah.
All right, he's just a man, but hey, call on Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, because hey, we are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shemi Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God or Jesus Christ. All right, so I mean, he's just a man, and if he prayed for you, hey, that's the spirit that hey, there's a very good chance you could be in Israel. All right, so hey, we send prayers up to Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, but it's only the nation of Israel who's going to receive the prayers and the blessings. All right. If you are of these nations right here, if your father's line doesn't go back, okay. If your father's line doesn't go back, hey, you will have to go into captivity and slavery. Okay. But nevertheless, hey, we are righteous judges through the will and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right. The reason why we're out here, hey, even though you might have to suffer this, being a part of these nations, all right, does not mean that we don't have what is the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me out. They care, all right? But everything's done in decency and order, okay? Because the nation of Israel is to be above all people, all right? We are the judges under the will and under the power of Yahweh Shemi Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ, all right? So we do have mercy on those, okay? Right? And what's you can be a speckled bird. Right.
You just don't know.
Because Israel is as the sands of the sea. Right? You've been sitting here. This isn't the only time you came up here. We've seen you before. Right? So, you know.
Have faith, and trust in the Most High, because hey, just because you're living low right now, don't mean that you're necessarily going to be in that low spot, when time passes on. All right.
No, I was just I'm starting. All right. Select. Yeah, or Jeremiah. But we'll send up some prayers for you. With the Most High.
Yeah, get some helps you out a little bit, with the Lord bless me with,
Right.
Get you something.
See, the
Not
Lord,
much, but
the Lord answer your prayers. You prayed for something to eat. This brother had some cash on you, and now you get to eat. So the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, already answered your prayers. Okay, so that's a testimony unto itself. All right, let Yahweh Shemi Shai lead your way. All right.
This is Jeremiah 2:20. For the old time I have broken thou yoke, and burst thou bonds, and thou sayest, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every great tree thou wouldn't rest. Playing the harlot.
God. So Yahweh Shemi Shai said Israel has went off time after time playing the harlot. You have continued to go ahead and play the harlot, continue to say that you wouldn't do it again. All right, but hey, how long shall Yahweh Shemi Shai? Matter of fact, you go to Isaiah 1. Oh yeah, you can start at 3, but the point's at 5. No, you can read 3.
Isaiah 1:3 says that the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider.
Right. Israel, doesn't know and doesn't consider, one, that they could even be that precious gift unto Yahweh Shemi Shai. Be those people. All right. Have that much have that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has that much care for you. All right? You continue to put limits on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai as if Yahweh Bashim Yahushai himself doesn't know all things and doesn't ordain as he sees fit. Okay? You continue to keep on putting limits. Why? Because Jesus, all right, the white Jesus has limits. All right? That has limits. All right? Because it is falsehood. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has no limits. All right? Yahweh is the Most High. All right? And his son is made in his image. All right? So everything that his son does is pleasing unto the Father. All right? So how could there be any limits for the nation of Israel? Because everything is done in order and righteousness. All right?
So, quick read this, Luke 18 and 27. It says, and this is Yahushua speaking. It says, and he said, the things which are impossible with men are possible with Yahweh.
God, the things that are impossible with men. Impossible. What is impossible mean? Never going to happen. It does not exist. It can't be. The things that are impossible with men are possible with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Meaning it can happen, it will happen. It's not a question. Right. It's not a question. All right, there's no question. Yeah, the Israel, the Paleo Hebrew doesn't even speak. It doesn't speak in questions. All right, the language speaks in direct. All right, Salaki, I said it sound like indirect, but it speaks directly. All right, it's actions. All right, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. All right, yes or no. All right, questions, of course, questions get asked, but you get a direct answer. All right, it's not a question on top of a question, maybe. All right, maybes don't exist. All right.
There's no like, this word means two different things, you know. It's like
It's direct.
This is what it say, that's it.
you know, you can say something in a roundabout way in English. You can't do it in
Paleo Hebrew. All right. Hey, in the word, you can't do that in the scriptures. All right. Hey, speaking of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you cannot go a roundabout way. All right. It is direct. All right. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, once again, is about everything done in decency and order. All right. Order is to be what? The correct way and the exact way. All right. Follow the directions. All right.
verse back in Isaiah 1:4, it says, all sinful nations, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord Yahweh, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel into anger, they are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint.
Right, the whole head is sick and the heart is faint. Why should Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua have to deal with this degenerate vine anymore? Why should he have to continue to go after this degenerate vine when I can, if I'm the Most High, all right, that I could just, cut them off, and then regrow that vine. All right, I have to cast that vine into the fire. All right, but the seeds that I do have that are of good stock, all right, that are of the seed in the promise, okay, I can replant those seeds, all right, and those seeds are going to spring up what? Righteous seeds, all right, that's where the second covenant comes in, okay, because we're still under that first covenant. We're not in the second covenant yet. We're fastly approaching the second covenant, but we are still in that first covenant, okay? Now you can pull Zechariah, read it all the way through. Shouldn't have let it go.
Very good. Let's start back at Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, 2/4 therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
All right, 2 parts, those 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, that degenerate vine will be cut off and die. All right, it will wither away. All right, because hey, it has no life. All right, it is not a tree springing forth fruit. Okay, it is not a vine, hey, yielding its grapes. Okay, and the grapes that is yielded, hey, they're bitter. All right, it's lucky they're bitter. All right, they're rotten. Okay, they're not worthy, hey, to present unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
It's the most holy thing that bringing them not your best,
Right.
bringing them leftovers. I was continuing. Zechariah 13:9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will reframe them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried.
Right. Yahweh Shem Yahushai said he would refine them as silver is refined and try them as gold is. All right. Hey, he's going to take off the impurities. All right. If you have ever had I don't know what they called it in school, but arts class or whatever, that's where I melted down gold and silver. Right. You see the impurities come to the top. Then you got to take that drops off. All right. Then you make whatever it is that you're making. Right. Whether it be a ring, whether it be a necklace. All right. Hey, but Yahweh Shem Yahushai is trying us for what? He's trying each and every individual of the individuals who are written in the book of life. But first and foremost, the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel. All right, to build his tabernacle. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai's tabernacle is not going to be made of tin. All right, it's not going to be made of any lead. All right, it's going to be of fine gold and silver. All right, this is ordained by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay.
Continuing. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is our power.
Right. And we couldn't call upon the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and have him listen if we were filthy. All right. And hey, if we repented not, he would not take heed. He would not sloppy. He would not hearken to our cries. Okay. Those cries would still be disregarded. All right. Because we believe not upon the testament. Right. 2/3 of the nation of Israel do not have that cry. All right. They have that BS and party spirit. All right. Even if they're in a low state, they think Jesus is going to save them. All right. EBT is going to be all right. It's going to be there forever. All right. Hey, WIC is going to be there forever. All right. SNAP is going to be there forever. Yeah, they took a little away, but they'll give it back like they always do. No, they're not. All right. This system is going down.
This Deuteronomy 8:5, it says, Thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord Yahweh thy power chasteneth thee.
Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, chasten his son. All right, so the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and Seminole Indians, 1/3 of the nation of Israel is being chastened. All right, 1/3 of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, the men out on the highways and byways. All right, out on the highways and byways are being chastened first and foremost. All right, then the rest of the multitude of the men, women, and children. Okay, but everyone who believes upon this testimony is going through some type of hell. All right, has to go through some type of hell. Why? Because the servant is not greater than the master. Hey, can you go to Lamentations 2:18? Right, the servant is not greater than the master. So 1/3 of the nation of Israel, all right, is hearkening unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua's ways. All right, hearkening unto the words, all right, that is given. Took my eye away.
Lamentations.
Yeah, you pull Lamentations.
It's intense.
Lamentations.
No, I'm talking about chapter. Wait, you look.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
You wanted that first?
No, I went back.
No. Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 18, right? Lamentations 2 and 18. Their heart cried unto the Lord, O wall of the daughter of Zion. Let tears run down like a river, day and night. Give thyself no rest. Let not the apple of thine eye cease.
Right. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said, let your tears run down day and night. Right? You should be crying for the atrocities that you have to suffer. All right? You should be calling upon the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right? You do have to suffer, and brother's going to actually prove that right now, but you should be crying. All right? For the atrocities that have been committed unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, first and foremost. All right? And then to you as his people. All right? Don't just weep for yourself. Weep for what they did to our Lord and Savior. All right? Know that he had to go through the hell before you went through it. All right? Know what it took for him to take that L. All right? Here it is. Yahweh Shai, who's created everything. All right? Under the will and under the power of Yahweh. All right? But had to be subject to his own creation. Why? Because it was his father's will for his nation.
John 15 and 20. Remember the word that I say unto you, the servant is not greater than Yahweh Shai. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If thou have kept my saying, they will keep yours always.
Right. And they did not keep Yahweh Hashem Yahushua saying. All right. We understand that 2/3 of the nation of Israel, hey, as a whole nation, we did not keep it, but 2/3 of the nation of Israel, hey, did not keep it. All right. And doesn't care for it. Wants to do away with it. Wants to continue to be in this system as if it is profitable unto them. All right. As if there is some good thing that has ever, that they have ever had in this land of America. All right. That they had a real shot at being truly successful, having true acceptance, or even true wealth. All right, having generational wealth. All right, hey, that's a false ideology. All right, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. All right, now, and to think that what happens to every Jake that has money? He might make it one generation. All right. And that generation is not even necessarily, it's his kids. All right. They don't, by the time they have kids, all right, that wealth is gone. All right. Those riches are gone. All right. Hey, most of your actors and your sports player end up what? When they're dead, broke. All right. They end up dead and broke. All right. Unless they have, somebody that they pass their money on to that typically is of a other nation. All right, or you've put your family in a position where they're committing the same whoredoms as that you have committed. All right, that's the only way that your so-called wealth continues. All right, and it still doesn't continue because, hey, what happened to Whitney? All right, Whitney, and then what happened to Bobby Christina? All right, and now where's Bobby? All right. Hey, the Jacksons, had to continue. Janet's still in the industry. All right. There's still somebody, doing the rituals. There's still somebody putting forth that energy. Okay. It's always there. All right. Nobody escapes free out of that lifestyle. All right. You do not have a get out of jail free card. All right. When you take that oath. That oath is given as you take an oath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right?
It's like that, John Wick.
Yeah.
That card.
Excommunicado.
Not the card that,
Oh, yeah.
the last one.
Yeah.
Just time to get back. So you already gave it in. Can't get it. Oh, I gotta pray.
And it's like it, but being that you say John Wick. Hey, John Wick is and that's spiritual because, when he what you have to do to get the card back is repent. You have to come unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You have to give all of the old man and put on the new man and never look back.
But he's still going to still gonna get those that judgment from what you did,
God,
and what you did in previous life.
exactly.
So
You're
now
not
you just
exempt.
be getting hell, catching hell like, damn, I ain't did nothing like lately, like I ain't even did like I've been trying to live, but that's that you shouldn't expect not
Get
catching
easy.
hell.
God, you shouldn't expect it. Hey, because you woke up to the truth of Yahweh Shem Shai, you definitely shouldn't expect it to get easy. All right.
But I would say, you're not catching hell, something wrong. We all have balances. How about God is balance. So He gonna have you, suffer for a period of time. He's gonna ease that clip off you, but then your time gonna come back around. You start getting your ass whipped. Like, damn.
Hey, and every brother and sister's hell is DNA tailor made to you. All right. You're not gonna suffer the same hell that this brother's suffering, or that I'm suffering, or this brother right here. All right. Hey, it's gonna be all different types of hells for all different types of Israelites. All right, all different hell for every situation. Right, but He wouldn't give you anything that you couldn't handle. Know that Yahweh Shem Shai, hey, has given you a way out. All right, Yahweh gave you a Yahweh shot. All right, that was your way out, to believe upon the testament, to repent of your sins, to continue, hey, to go through the hell, suffer the affliction, so that you may get paid back 100-fold. All right, because what is Yahweh Shem Shai? This is but a light. This is light work. All right.
Yeah, so I got two scriptures. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 8. Or I'm gonna start at 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Hey, that righteous blood. Hey, whose righteous blood cried out unto Yahweh Shem Shai from the ground? All right. When Cain slew Abel. All right. That righteous blood is in parabolic to the nation of Israel. All right. Hey, the righteous blood of the Israelites is crying out. All right. The true sovereigns. Okay. For the atrocities that have been committed. Yes, we went off. All right. Yes, we neglected Yahweh Shem Shai's laws, statutes, and commandments. Yes, we acknowledge it. All right. 2/3 don't get it. All right. But we're not here for 2/3. We're here for the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Yahweh Shem Shai is a noble body. All right. That righteous seed that he has given. All right. That 7,000. All right. That haven't bent the knee to Baal. All right. It is that Yahweh Shem Shai cares for. All right. Hey, his tabernacle, his elect. All right. His elect. All right. The 1/3 of the nation of Israel, starting with the 144,000 elect men.
Isaiah 58 and 1 says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily, and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness, and forsook not the ordinance of their power. They ask of me the ordinance of justice. They take delight in approaching to the Most High. All right? And that who takes delight, is the prophet. All right? The elect of Israel is, starting with the prophets, and the apostles of GMS. They're the ones, crying out loud, all right, for everything that is, for all the abominations that are in sin, that our nation continuously, gets sucked into it and keeps on, doing.
Right? Because hey, it's the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that Yahweh Shem Shai is calling back. All right. Hey, like the brother said, the atrocities once that we committed. All right, we continued with those atrocities. All right, so we had to be judged for those atrocities. As a matter of fact, before you get that, read that again.
Isaiah 58 and 1 says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, the house of Jacob their sin.
Right, the transgression in their sin, right, for the ways that they went off. Hey, it wasn't just Judah who went off. It wasn't just Benjamin. It wasn't just Levi. It wasn't just Issachar. It was a whole nation. All right, it wasn't just Reuben. It wasn't Manasseh. All right, the whole nation in its entirety. All right, we are all guilty. Okay, we are guilty as a nation for forsaking Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's why the curses cling unto us. All right, because we are that nation that is spoke of. We are those people.
Where you had woke up to the truth, where you had to tell you who you were and what you were doing was wrong. Yahweh Shai had to keep that, put the spirit on you, to recognize and hear that. I'm gonna read verse 2 again because that, brings out a little bit more. It says, "Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their power. They ask of me the ordinances of justice, that they take delight in approaching to Yahweh." All right, so that shows that we are judged by a nation, and seeking, as a nation, what's going to be, the recompense, or how do we come back to that glory?
And the only way we can come back to that glory is first suffering the atrocities and suffering the judgment. All right, suffering the judgment and being tried as that gold in the fire. To see truly if we're worthy, okay, if we're worthy of repentance for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, and if you don't do it with truth and sincerity, with the full heart, all right, turn to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Guess what? Your sacrifice is counted unworthy. All right, you have not the spirit for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua because you could not humble yourself. All right, you still had a inkling of doubt. All right, you still doubted Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Ulterior motives.
God, I couldn't think of it. Ulterior motives. All right. If you secretly believe that other nations can be saved, that's doubt. Okay. If you believe that it's only blacks only, all right. That's doubt. All right. And you will not be saved. All right, unless you repent and you're of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's elect. All right, but you first and foremost have to repent. All right, for the things that you have done yet again. All right.
Ezekiel 37, starting in 15. The word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah, and for the children of Israel has compassion. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, for all of the houses of Israel has compassion.
God, so you have what? You have the northern and
Compassion.
companions. Read it again. Yeah, read 16.
Okay. Ezekiel 37 and 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, for the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his
his companions, right? So, that's the southern and the northern kingdom coming together. All right, that's why you're seeing, men out on the highways and byways, of a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian descent. All right, and the speckled branch whose father's line goes back. All right, knowing, hey, that your generations, your lineage goes back unto these nations. Okay? This stick that it's talking of is talking about this sign, the 12 tribes chart. All right? So that it is calling unto you to bring you back into the fold, to bring you back into remembrance. All right? Hey, for the very least, to mark all those who walk by, who scoff, hey, for judgment, whether you be of the nation of Israel, all right, but that's who we're out here for, or of the other nations, all right, that you can receive your judgment. You can, that everybody gets what they need, all right, because everybody needs to hear the word. Yahweh Shemi Shai said, preach it throughout the four corners of the earth, all right, so nobody will have room for an excuse, all right. This word has, you can get this word in Cantonese, Chinese, sign language, Braille, Ebonics, any style language.
It's in everything.
All right. Yahweh Shimei Shai has put teachers, have put men out here for you to learn, all right, and for you to accept if it is for you to hear. If you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, Yahweh Shimei Shai has it for you the way that you will understand it. All right.
And to make a point, it's not enough, just to know that you're an Israelite. There's action that needs to be done, after, waking up, all right, after knowing that, okay, I could, I'm more than likely an Israelite.
Right.
Well, what do you need to do? There's a series of steps, starting with repentance.
Right.
All right. Then, that changing of your lifestyle, renewing your mind and becoming a babe again.
Right. Hey, forgetting everything that you think you know.
Yeah, I got it. Yep. This is Amos 9 and 11. It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, close up the breaches thereof. I will raise up its ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. And I, read that, because that's pretty much what this sign is doing. It's calling the elect, all right, back into the fold,
Right.
All right, back into, it's calling those lost sheep, all right. It's the main attention ground,
Right.
all right, because you see, if you a part of the and identify with one of these bywords, they're okay. Then this is who you saying I'm really am, and then well, then you go into the history and see, hear about Solomon, and all, these great leaders, King David, because you ain't never really, put two and two together. You just thought, hey, and, due to, Esau philosophy and the way he pushed it out on, certain movies that you watch, you think all the biblical figures is white men, right?
Plantation Christianity.
Then you wake up to that realization. All right, you're like, okay, it makes you more, this is your history, this book, the events that are in it is your history, all right? Yasharallah has greatness, that we've only seen a little bit of.
Yeah, one more.
Ezekiel 37 and 17. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou mayest be this?
Yahweh Shemi Shai joined that one stick together when this 12 tribes chart was created. All right, that one stick came together. So, hey, all the tribes, they know who they are. All right, as Apostle Tahar, all right, help continue pushing forth this word. Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Makam, all right, giving the 100% doctrine, all right, pushing it out, all right, from the men that came before them. Right, where corrections needed to be made to the doctrine, through making it plain upon tables in the understanding group, right, from Alba Bibbins all the way to Apostle Tahar, all the way into the newest brother who just woke up. All right, Yahweh Shemi Shai has ordained. okay, and made it plain upon tables so that it may be known that he may receive it. He or she may receive it. Okay? You got it, free. God bless you. Yeah,
Going in, with the brothers are going in. This is Isaiah 30 in the GMP translation. Yahweh 30 verse 8. Yahweh told me to write down in a book what the people are like, so that there would be a permanent record of how evil they are. They are always rebelling against Yahweh, always lying, always refusing to listen to the Lord's teachings. They tell the prophets to keep quiet. They say, don't talk to us about what's right. Tell us what we want to hear. Let us keep our illusions. Get out of our way and stop blocking our path. We don't want to hear about your holy God of Israel.
right. And that's exactly what they want to do. They want to put Yahweh Shem Shai away and say, hey, once again, we don't want to hear about that. Speak unto us smooth things. All right, tell me what's going to profit me right now. How do I get that back? How do I bag that bitch? I want to know that. I don't want to know about anything else. If it ain't getting me money, if it ain't getting me some cut up, it don't matter. All right, this is the way of Israel's thinking. All right, if I'm not better, if I'm not being better for me, and you talking about being better for the God of Israel, man, I don't know nothing about that God of Israel. All right, this is what Jake said. All right, hey, I ain't got no cares for him because he don't care for me. Why am I in this condition? All right, if your God's so powerful, why am I in this condition? Because you're a 2/3 ass nigga and you got a nigga mind state. All right, that's why you're in the conditions. All right, because you follow not after Yahweh Shem Shai and care not to change your ways. You said the brother just read it. All right, matter of fact, let's do back to back. Pick up the same script. Go ahead and read that, and then we're gonna pick up the same script.
So this is again Isaiah 30, verse starting at verse 8 in the Good News Bible. Yahweh told me to write down in a book what people are like, so that there would be a permanent record of how evil they are. They are always rebelling against Yahweh, always lying, always refusing to listen to the Lord's teachings. They tell the prophets to keep quiet. They say, don't talk to us about what's right. Tell us what we want to hear. Let us keep our illusions. Get out of our way and stop blocking our path. We don't want to hear about your holy God of Israel.
Right. You don't want to hear about the holy God of Israel. You just want to, I want to do what I want to do. All right. The Alex Recalling Spirit, do as thy will. All right. Go ahead. Isaiah 30. That was,
Sorry.
It's Isaiah 30 and 8. Now go write it before them in a table and note it in a book.
don't write it in a table, note it in a book. Write it in the table, write it in the tablet, put it in a book. What is the book? This is the book. All right. This is the tablet. Go ahead.
That it may be for the time to come forever and ever.
That it may be for the time to come forever and ever. Once again, like this brother just said, hey, let them know at this time, all right, what is pleasing unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, what pleases him. But they said, go ahead.
That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh.
Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said, these are children that don't want to hear the law, no matter what. All right, they're rebellious. All right, there is that degenerate mind that has to die and wither away. It has a reprobates. They have no care. All right, they lack the nutrients, even though that the nutrients and nourishment is in front of them. Okay, they lack to go after. All right, they want once again, what speak unto me smooth things. All right, continue in the way that you were speaking to me, because I don't want to know about anything about your God. I want to know about the God that's going to let me, as a man, be a simp for a woman, as a woman to go out and be a harlot, that I can do OnlyFans. All right, that I can go and do what I want. All right, I can have a hot girl summer. All right, that I'm not going to be judged for it. That body count doesn't matter. All right, a woman. Women got a precious thing. They got one precious thing. All right, they can skyrocket them to the top. Okay, you can marry a CEO or whatever. Okay, but yet, lo and behold, you think it's just all right to be passing the country. Okay, and this is another topic. This just jumped on me. Right? So, go ahead. I think
Down to 10.
I was like,
Read Isaiah 30:10, which say to the sayers, see not, and the prophets prophesy not unto great things, speak unto us smooth things, prophecy decrees,
right.
deceits.
Right. You said, hey, see not, don't tell us what you see. Don't tell us what's wrong. All right. Only prophesy good things. All right. You want to hear that, hey, America is gonna be okay. We're gonna make it. America is gonna make it. It is the #1 world power and it will never fall.
They talk like
All right.
talk boldly
That's
like
what
they're saying
they want to hear.
oh, we're not
And, hey, that World War III is not going to happen because America has a strong military might. And you know what Yahweh Hashem Shai, roughly paraphrasing, says? Bullshit.
Yeah, it's that pride.
All right? Your pride is puffed up, and guess what? This kingdom is falling. Death and destruction, famine and whoredom are coming to you.
We made a movie about it.
All right?
This is Jeremiah 28:8. Says the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Verse 9 says the prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him.
He said, when you prophesy of peace, all right, when you prophesy and say, hey, this war is not going to happen, okay? World War III is not on the horizon, okay? Hey, and it doesn't come to pass, then you know he was a false prophet, all right? But when the men who out on the highways and byways say, hey, the third war was coming, all right? Hey, ICBMs are for the shores of America. Death, famine, destruction are knocking at the door, all right? That this place is going down. All right, hey, just as you seen that we were talking about early, Omen Nomans, all right, why do you think America pushes out their own destruction? All right, hey, Olympus has fallen, all right? This is being shown, all right, the purge, okay? What is that? Outbreak, all right? All these movies are to what? The road. What are they here to do? Okay? They're here to stir up your minds and let you know that evil times are coming.
And you know, I grab that because that goes, you know, starts into the story of between Jeremiah and the prophet Jeremiah and the false prophet Hananiah. Hananiah was speaking on, saying that Babylon wasn't going to get taken, or Nebuchadnezzar wasn't going to get taken out. All right, I'm going to drop down Jeremiah 28, and just to get the point, verse 15. But really, if you read, through the end of the chapter, verse 15 says, "Then said the prophet Jeremiah unto Hananiah, the prophet, Hear now, Hananiah, the Lord hath not sent thee, but thou makest this people to trust in a lie. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will cast thee far off the face of the earth this year. Thou shalt die, because thou hast taught rebellion against the Lord." If I can remember correctly, he was teaching that they shouldn't go out of Babylon. I haven't read this in a minute. Yeah, because I believe it was that Jeremiah was warning the people that they were going to get taken captive. And then Hananiah was saying that wasn't going to happen.
And Babylon fell in what? Fell in a day. All right? Babylon fell in a day. Now I got to read the
Verse 17, it says, "So Hananiah the prophet died the same year in the 7th month." So that goes to show, the prophesying falsely, comes with a great recompense.
He died in the 7th year in the 7th month. All right? That's what it says?
The same year in the 7th month.
Oh, I thought you said 7 years and
Right.
7 months.
Because Jeremiah had warned him, man, like, going off.
Hey, nevertheless, completion. Hey, that false prophecy was complete. All right. Hey, and then what did Yahweh Shemi Al Shai do? Hey, take Babylon out. Who went into captivity? All right. Hey, the nation of Israel, everything went according to what? Prophecy. All right. Everything went according to prophecy.
Yeah, like what's that? Was it Black Hawk? Yeah,
Black out there.
yeah. Want me to put some-
Oh, I got it. Yeah, start at 2.
It's Matthew 18 and 10. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do all always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost.
God, so Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, Yahweh ordained Yahweh Shai, hey, to come and save that which is lost. All right, who are lost? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and you Seminole Indians. Right, you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. You were lost. You are the people who didn't remember that they had a heritage. You are the people who believed that, hey, you started in slavery. Okay, that was the beginning of it. You so-called Latinos and Native Americans, you know, most of you believe that your heritage started here on the shores of what's called America now. All right, that this is where your heritage lies when it goes all the way back to the beginning of civilization. Okay.
They let you believe there anything else but it is because when they know that you found that out, it's a problem.
Right.
For obvious reasons.
Hey, that's when you start to get you get a check mark next to your name. All right, you get certain things to identify. Okay, because trust and believe. Every brother out on the highways and byways who are doing the work, all right, hey, especially with truth and sincerity, they know. All right, like Drake's song, they know. All right, and you have to answer for that. All right, but you have to first and foremost answer to Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. All right, go ahead.
Matthew 18 and 12. How think ye, if a man have 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray, doth he not leave the 99 and goeth into the mountains and seek that which has gone astray?
Right, how could you not think that Yahweh Shemi Al Shai wouldn't come back for his people, which he gave the promise? All right, all 99 sheep, he had 100 sheep. 100 sheep. All right. Then he had 99 because one went astray. As if he would not go and get that sheep. All right. The promise is unto the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and the speckled birds whose father's line goes back. Unto no other nation does the promise belong to. All right. He said his mercy, hey, endureth forever. For who? The nation of Israel. All right. It is all about the nation of Israel. It's all about Israel obeying the law, statutes, and commandments first and foremost. All right. You got to pray, bro?
Luke 15:10 says, likewise I say unto you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of Yahweh over one sinner that repented.
But it only takes but one. All right, one sinner, and we only know those who can sin are of the nation of Israel. All right, because the law, statutes, and commandments weren't given to anybody else. If you don't have, matter of fact, for Romans 9. All right, if you're not under the law, all right, and the law wasn't given to you, how can you sin? All right, you cannot sin. You could just be adverse to righteousness. All right, doesn't mean that you sin necessarily because you're not under the law. You're just adverse. You're an anti-Hamashiach. All right, you don't want to do the things that are pleasing unto the power of the universe in his only begotten Son. All right, but the law does not pertain to you at this point in time because you are not under it. All right, that's why you get to live your best life and live it to your fullest. All right, commit all the atrocities you're gonna commit now, because in the kingdom that shit's not happening. All right, judgment is expedient and immediate.
Romans 9 and 3. For I could wish that myself were accused from the curse, from the Mashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites.
My kinsmen, my brethren, all right, my kin according to the flesh, all right, who are what? Israelites, all right, Israelites. It's all about the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, it is about you. Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai cares for you, but only the 1/3 of the nation, all right, 2/3 it is not for. All right? He cares for you, Israel. You. If you're of the nation of Israel, all right, man, woman, and child, all right? Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, who's the power of the universe, not Jesus, not who they call Jesus. All right? His name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. All right? Salvation belongeth unto you. All right? Go ahead.
To whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law.
To who pertaineth the adoption, the covenants, and the giving of the law. So the law was given unto his kinsmen, all right, his kinsmen of the flesh. Who, yet again? Israel. All right, it belongs unto Israel. Repentance belongs, you're the only one who can apologize, repent, turn back, not do it again from their sins is Israel. That's it. Nobody else. Read it from the top and I'm going to be quiet. Start at 2.
Romans 3, this is Romans 9 and starting at 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from the Mashiach, from my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaining the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh of the Mashiach come, who is over all, the Most High blessed forever. Amen.
All right. So, hey, who he came for, who he's in the flesh for, who Mashiach died for, was for the 1/3 of the nation of Israel first and foremost. All right, first and foremost, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, starting with the 144,000 elect men. All right, but all of Israel, because we don't discount his blood. All right, Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, Yahweh Shai has given enough to cover the whole nation of Israel. All right.
Isaiah 45 and 3 says, and I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Lord Yahweh, which called thee by thy name, and the power of Israel, for Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me.
Even though you don't know who you are and whose you are, Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai still chose you. All right, if your father's line goes back to a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian. All right?
Out of the world.
God. Hey, out of all everybody who's on the planet, he cares about his nation. All right, he cares about his elect first and foremost. All right, but then he cares about his nation secondary. All right, it is everything that belongs unto Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai that he has care for. All right, he has a care for his people. He has a care for his planet. All right, he has a care for the law, statutes, and commandments in the order of things that he has set forth. All right, and the way that he set it up was his people would be above all people. All right, that it is for you to hearken unto these words. All right, it is for the nation of Israel, to receive hell all right, so that they may have the respect, for the blessings that were given unto them, all right, for the atrocities that had been committed. Okay? Matter of fact, you can put that in 19, Exodus 19. You got a brief?
Malachi 1 verse 2.
Yep.
This is Malachi 1 verse 2. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was Esau Jacob's brother? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. I laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Right. Yahweh Shimi Al Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jeebus, all right? Don't even like saying that name, all right? Hey, hates Esau Edom, hates the white, all right? For the atrocities that he has committed unto his nation and for those atrocities, all right? Hates the fact that you continue to hold down his people, all right? And yet when their punishment had an end, all right? And then not even acknowledging who set you up, all right? Believing yourself to be as the Most High, as in the book of Obadiah.
Like that.
Yeah.
You know, it goes further. What is he? What is the Most High? What is the Most High? Associate these heathen nations to? A drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
As much as nothing. Worthless.
That's the spittle.
And that shows, Yahweh has favorites or has a favorite, say it that way, and that's who he really don't care about. He don't look out for them. He know them because he created them.
God, what is that? Exodus. What is it? Exodus 1 and 14 or 1 and 15. It's like I will have mercy on him. I will have mercy. Yeah. You get that point?
Or is it 7?
I think it's at 7. I think it's it just popped in my mind. I was
Yeah,
like,
this is 7.
that.
Pretty sure.
You can find it. You can go take it to the potter and the clay.
No, it's in Deuteronomy. That's what I think it's in Deuteronomy 7. Exodus.
Exodus 1 and 19. Mercy on whom I will have mercy. I don't know why. I thought it was like
Romans 9:15.
yeah, I got Romans 9 and 15, but I thought there was one in
It says, so I'll look it up.
God. But go ahead, read Romans for me, because I had Romans right here. I just know what Romans 9.
Yeah, do wait for something else.
This is Romans 9.
Start at 14.
Starting at 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Right. Yahweh Shemi Al Shai said, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. All right. I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. All right, the mercy and the compassion that he has is for the nation of Israel. All right, hey, and the other way, the ways that these other nations receive compassion, all right, and mercy, hey, is doing good unto the nation of Israel. All right, hey, blessing the nation of Israel. Okay, blessing them with their obedience. Okay, essentially. All right, and we know that's not happening on this side too often. All right, but through the will and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai, hey, he's already ordained that to happen. All right, bless those who bless thee. All right, and curse those who curse thee. All right, hey, what is that? That's Genesis 27. Bless those who bless thee.
No, Genesis going into Jacob's.
Yeah, going into Jacob's blessing. Matter of fact, let's go ahead. Let's quote and everything right now.
No, it was in Exodus 33 to the same thing.
That's why I was like,
Different quarter. That's the same.
that's why I had it. That was in Exodus.
You know where it's at. Just say
Genesis should be 27 and 27. I'm going to say, yeah, I was going to say 30.
this is Genesis 27 and 29. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
Hey, curse everyone that curseth thee, and bless be everyone that blesseth thee. Going to show you that, hey, Yahweh Shemi Shai has set up an order how these nations can receive a blessing.
Right, that was Jake. That was Isaac giving Jacob his blessing.
Right.
Yes.
Yep, you said it right. All right. So, hey, that's the way that these other nations will get blessed. All right. And just after, that 1,000 years after that 1,000 years of captivity.
Right. They're gonna be running, to give the best of the best to,
right.
to Israelites. Their best daughter, their best,
Land,
crop.
best crop.
So why wouldn't you?
They try to get in good with the powers of the world.
Right. Hey, trying to make sure that all righteousness is throughout the earth. All right, because it says all nations will rejoice when the devil's out of rule. All right, when this so-called white man is taken down, all right, and his system is taken down, guess what? All the world will rejoice. All right, hey, they're going to even rejoice in their captivity. Okay, as they're putting a foot in E's ass. All right, saying we followed you wrong. This is the one. The scripture says this is the one that had the earth. All right, it made the earth tremble. This guy. All right.
He's still gonna be in that low state.
God.
He's gonna be looking like that. It's like, what's his name? I'm talking about their brown stone where ghost
Smeagol, yeah.
I say ghost there. And then also like the from Harry Potter,
Dobby. Right.
Just
Hey, all
those
those.
weak people.
Hey,
See, the Most High has him up right now. And he's gonna be strong enough to
I was just about to say,
build some shit.
he's strong enough to do the work, but weak enough where you can't get up. All right, you're gonna be able to make it back in your pit. Okay.
Shake it.
All right.
Work out over.
6 days a week.
He's trying to wake up.
6 days a week.
Gotta go to practice.
Right. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, pay unto him double. Right? Double what they have done unto you for the atrocities that have been committed unto his nation, his people. All right? Hey, it's chiefly Esau Edom. All right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, I was but a little displeased with the heathen. right? A little displeased with the heathen, but when you forward the affliction, hey, that displeasal amped up. Okay? Hey, you wanted to be hand in hand with Eve. You wanted to sing that Michael Jackson's "We Are the World," right? Yeah, yeah. You fell into being the world of Esau, Edom, all right, and not under, hey, in righteousness, not under the Israelites. Okay, so all the atrocities that you committed and helped forward that affliction, you have to take on.
Revelations 12, 9. If any man inherit, let him hear. Oh, sorry,
Like,
Revelation 13, 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity should go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
hey, you lead into captivity, you go into captivity. You kill with the sword, you must be killed with the sword. All right, this is the patience and the faith of the saints. The only way that the land gets even though this land is defiled, all right, only way that this land will be replenished, all right, hey, is through the bloodshed of those who had shed the blood, all right, and those who had shed the blood in the nation of Israel, all right, and then escaped, all right, they shed blood, escaped, and went about the world, all right, continued to conquer, right, the colonization of the world, all right, is under Esau, Edom. You gotta preach.
Cause is going right with the blood. Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity.
Right, woe to him. All right, that woe is destruction. And that woe continues on that he has continued to do, hey, even to now. Hey, Yahweh Shimi Al-Shai is showing this man's nakedness and lifting his skirt. Because when he had to skirt the fuck out of Iraq, all right, and leave everything there, right? Here it is. You're planning on going to war, and then you just you geared them up for it, all right? You gave them the means, hey, to have a combat, all right, to forward that war, all right. You left airplanes, you left rocket launchers, you left all that, you left all the goodies, all right. You're continuing, hey, to take over these places by dominating, such as you're trying to do in Africa. All right, as you're giving the president or the prime minister one last warning. All right, as you did, hey, you're trying to do it to fucking Mexico. All right, you're trying to go into Mexico with troops. Okay, the next door neighbor. Right, hey, the ones who you say there is a border problem, the ones you have already let in of the so-called Latinos and Native Americans, all right, and the other tribes, all right, that you have already let in. Think about those who have family back there, all right? You've already let.
What they don't tell you is that they're using, the majority of them, which they claim it to be, illegal,
God,
undocumented. They use them for cheap labor, all right, for child labor and cheap labor. So there's all, behind the scenes activity that's going on.
God, hey, and that's a lot of how a lot of these sleeper cells and these new entrants are gonna get in. All right, hey, it's through that. All right, it's through having getting in because for a time, what were they doing? Just letting people in. Hey, just letting them in. All right, here it is. You've been letting people in. All right, which ultimately we don't care. All right, we don't care through the will and power you have. This bitch could fall today. All right, it could fall tomorrow. It could fall in the next 2 seconds as I take the next breath, Lord willing. All right, and all we're gonna do is give more glory and praise unto Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah. All right, for prophecy being fulfilled. Okay, because this world is an atrocity. All right, this is our hell. All right, and if you don't believe it, hey, keep on walking down the street. Walk outside your door. All right, hold something and put your hand in your pocket. All right, go to your mailbox and open it up. Look at your bills and look how much they went up. Go to the grocery store and try to buy the same amount of groceries that you bought. 3 months ago for the same fucking price. If that's not a hell, what is? All right. Hey man, and that's a low level vibration hell. Okay. God, grab Isaiah 19 for me, 19 and 19.
Isaiah 19 and verse 19 reads, "In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord Yahweh in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord Yahweh."
God, that altar is the altar right now.
America. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a Savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them.
God, so who's crying? All right, starting from Apostle Tahar on down. Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rama, Apostle Rakab, the elders under them. All right, hey, been crying and laboring. All right, crying and laboring. Then brothers entering into those works. All right, being woken up at the appropriate appointed time. All right, here it is. Brothers think they're late to the party. You're not late. You're right on time. All right, so being that you're right on time, whenever your time is, hey, the party is going. All right, it's happening. This party is happening. This is the most happening. This party is off the chain.
This is the best party.
All right, hey, and this is only the precursor. Wait till we get to the dinner. Abarat is how we be those men. All right, that's where we're trying to get. But this is the party. All right, cry out loud. Spare not. Fuck these people. All right, they ain't got nothing for you.
Verse 21 says, "And the Lord shall be known to Egypt, and the Egyptians shall know the Lord in that day, and shall do sacrifice and oblation. Yea, they shall vow a vow unto the Lord and perform it."
Hey, they're saying, what did they say? You hear on the news about this mothership coming, right? And then we're at a stoplight today, all right? We got this Farrakhan's paper, right? And it's talking about the mothership coming, all right?
Next word.
God. Right? Hey, this is that Farrakhan is speaking about it now, right? And as you go through the paper, it says it says that he's been talking about it forever. All right, but who's been talking about it since the beginning? All right, the Israelites. All right, the Israelites have been telling you and warning you. All right, hey, giving the 1/3 the good news. All right, hey, and proclaiming downfall to the rest of the nation and the rest of the world. All right, that if you don't get right, Israel, hey, those chariots plus the ICBM missiles are coming for you. All right, they're coming for you, hey, to judge you. All right.
Isaiah 19 and 22, "And the Lord Yahweh shall smite Egypt, he shall smite and heal it, and they shall return even to the Lord Yahweh, and he shall be entreated of them, and shall heal them."
God, Yahweh Shai is going to smite Egypt. He's going to smite Babylon with what? ICBM missiles, thermonuclear fires. All right. Hey, pestilence. All right. The sword. All right. The time of Jacob's trouble. That's Yahweh Shai smiting this place. All right. And he's gonna heal He's not gonna heal in the case of coming back. Whereas if this place will be dwelt in by any man, woman, or child of any nation, all right? Because what is Yahweh Shem Yahushai? Hey, Elam should not pitch their tents there. All right, this will be a place for desert. All right, an unclean beast. All right, but nevertheless, it'll be held in its estate for what its purpose is. All right, a memorial. All right, that is given. It is given unto a memorial for the world to know, not only to the nation of Israel, but for the world to know. This is what unrighteousness does. This is where it gets you. This is where it's going to lead you to.
That's the day of the Lord.
All right.
And you can feel, something with fire. It's like you have it's a cleansing agent, but also if you have an open wound, what do they? Cauterize. I see in the movies they gotta cut off the limb, then they gotta go burn their
Right.
limb.
Rambo takes the bullet out. Hey, that goes to show you that Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, what are the cleansing agents? Water, which he already did, and he gave us what? The rainbow. All right, that rainbow to what? Signify what? The promise that he would never flood the earth again. Not your coalition. All right.
I ain't saying I wouldn't burn this
Right.
bitch down.
But he did say, hey, he'll burn and turn this mouth out. All right, and that's exactly what Yahweh Shem Yahushai is coming to do. All right, Yahweh Shai is coming to do the will of his Father. His Father says, hey, get what I gave you. All right, get the elect. Those are my elect that I have given you. All right, get them up out of there, and then will destruction come. Then will America never exist again. All right, then that freedom flag that flies so high for these people that hold on to it so dearly. All right.
It's Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Hey, that sword is the sword of what? Destruction, death, famine, pestilence, rape, robbery, murder, the atonement. Hey, hey, there. What is it? Is the reward? From the Solomon of Scourges for Amendment. Oh yeah, it is.
Scourges.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Perfect. Well, that's fine. I thought for some reason I wanted to say something. Go ahead, Slock.
I'm the English of the soul as well. This is Psalm 1. Then shall the righteous man stand with great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they that look for.
Right. Hey, and that strangeness of salvation is being beamed up by those chariots. All right. That is these people who believe in the let's just go ahead and call it the Hollywood doctrine. All right. That believe in this Hollywood. That believe, hey, that the little green men are going to come out. All right. That Independence Day. That America is going to come out on top. All right, this is the day that we declare our independence all together, as if the Star Wars program is going to work. All right, as if your Project Blue Beam is going to work. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, knows all. All right, and hey, he's going to confound you. All right.
Second Ezra 16 and verse 19 says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
God. Hey, all these are serve as scourges for amendment. All right, for all the atrocities that have been done. Hey, these are spirits that are for amendment. All right, for the correction of you. All right, hey, Some will be put to death. All right. Some will die by the famine. Some will die by a sword, an actual sword. Some will be beaten with a bat. There's a jabillion ways to die. Once again, hit one of them. All right? Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has it chosen for you already. All right? If I'm choosing for something, I'm going to try to choose for righteousness. I'm going to choose to stand for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. What else do you have, Jake? Oh, you have this world. All right? You continue to be a reprobate. You continue to be a mama's boy. All right? You didn't gird up your loins. All right? Ye men of Israel, gird up your loins. All right? Know who you are and whose you are. We're never meant to be a low level. All right? To stay at a low level. All right? It's the renewing of your mind. Renewing, remembering. All right? The renewing of your mind of what you once were and whose you are. Go ahead. Isaiah 31. Yeah, just 31 and 1. That's what it is. That's what it is. I couldn't help it. I was just.
It's Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in the horsemen because they are very strong.
Hey, woe to you. All right, woe to you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians that are going down to Egypt, which is AKA Sodom and Gomorrah, AKA Babylon, AKA Egypt, all right, AKA America, AKA Rome 2.0. All right, woe to you that believe in this system. All right, because the system is going to fail you yet again. Yet again, it's going to fail you. All right, go ahead.
Yea, he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words. Oh, so God, I didn't finish. Okay, let me start. Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and the horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Right, you look not unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, you look after what? Well, he's going to save us. The armed forces, this government is here for us. All right, they're here to save us. Your government has never been here to save you. All right, JFK told you that. All right, what is it? Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. All right, hey.
I'm afraid.
No.
Right. What do you say about the government? We're here to help them.
Right. Hey, we're here to help. Hey, the help of man always comes with a stipulation. The help of a man always comes with a stipulation connected to it. All right? A carnal man always has a stipulation connected to his help. All right? Hey, even in the truth, if you get help, what do you have to do? You have to be in the truth. You have to be abiding in the truth. You have to abide by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's law, statutes, and commandments to get help to receive salvation. Stipulation. It's not a do as thy will. It's believing upon the testament. All right? Even though you were ordained from the beginning. All right? The elect has been ordained from the beginning. But what was given to them? Faith. To believe. Stipulation. Because faith without works is dead. But show me it's lucky. Speaking for things. Show me faith by works. All right? You have to believe that stipulation is there for a reason. Okay? You have You have to continue. All right? You got something else?
Oh, yes, back it up. This one is precept in Isaiah 30, verse 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Right. Hey, and this is what you guys are. You other you 2/3. It's not even you other nations, because the other nations are seeing it. But the 2/3 of the nation of Israel are you are deaf, dumb, and blind. You have no knowledge of anything. You care about nothing. All right, you don't care what times you in. You like, man, that I'ma do me. Yeah. So once again, speak up to me small things. Right? I need that bag, I need the baddest beat, or whatever. You can't just simply not acknowledge that you are in the world, all right? But you have to be of the world, even though that the world has shown you no benefits. All right? And if you sold out, what did you do to receive a monetary benefits? Because we know you still don't have any real benefits. All right? What did you have to do? All right? So hey, you continued in that way. All right. Go ahead. Are you got something? Still on that? Yeah, go ahead.
It's 1 Corinthians 9:25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Right. And that's exactly what these 2/3 Israelites of the world, do. They do it for a corruptible crown. They do it to be looked upon and glorified by men. Hey, even the other nations do it for a corruptible crown. All right, because they want to be on top. All right, hey, Putin is doing all this and has created his whole military thinking this was going to get him into power. Hey, Kim Jong-un did the same thing. Xi Jinping did the same thing. They think that this BRICS is really going to work out for the betterment. And guess what? After the smoke clears, we'll decide who's on top. All right? Who's going to be on top? Am I going to be the top leader? Right.
We'll handle that situation.
Right.
We get to it.
If we get out, once we take out
The devil. This Western culture. All right. After we root this out, then after we clean up a little bit, we're gonna start dialoguing and seeing what's between. All right. Hey, who's now really in power? But Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna confound you and put you to shame. Because guess what? In the midst of World War III, in the midst of World War III, of shit hitting the fan, everything going awry. All right, everything is broken down. Their economy is dead. After a famine has hit, after rape, robbery, and murder has moved throughout the streets of your town. All right, a neighborhood near you. After your job is no more. After you have nothing. And World War III is on the horizon. You're seeing it on the news. All right? Guess what's going to come? All right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And they're not going to be able to perform. What they have in mind. All right? God, he's going to disrupt their enterprise. All right? Here it is. These devils continue to think. That's the female cop. That was supposed to pull over right there. Whatever. That's just a small thing you got to deal with, right? Right. Hey, we had a officer up here last week. All right. Hey, and the spirit. We know. All right. We know that the times that we're in. All right, and the other times that we are approaching. All right. The persecution of the saints is coming. All right. It's here in waves. All right. But hey, everybody is beginning to find out and know and see, right? There's no more denying. Scoffers and mockers are starting to shut the hell up, all right? Why? Because prophecy is speaking loud and clear, right? Or they're dropping, all right? You got two more scripts on that. You got another?
Basically, back on what you said, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Right.
It's two of them. Proverbs 22:3 as well as Proverbs 27:12.
All right. A prudent man, hey, he perceived the evil. A prudent man is watching out, is looking for that evil. All right. Being that watchman, standing on the wall. All right. Knowing and discerning the times that are at hand. All right. God. Hey, because being sober is going to lead you unto salvation if you are diligent. All right. Avaratasa. Okay? If you hearken unto the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right?
This is Isaiah 31:2. Yet he also is wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity.
Right. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is rising against the work of the evildoers and those who help the iniquity, these other nations. All right? Hey, and chiefly Esau, Edom first and foremost, the 2/3 secondary. All right, Salaki, I said that backwards. 2/3 first and foremost, and then Esau, Edom secondary. All right, because judgment will start in his house first. All right, 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to get it even before Eve. That's how just Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is. All right, he said, hold on. I'm going to let you go ahead and get in your bunkers and do what you got to do. For my family and for what belongs to me, I'm going to fuck them up first. But I'll be right too. I'm going to be right with you. All right? All right. How righteous is that? He's not doing anything that he hasn't done to his own people. All right? But
Because he gonna completely obliterate every last one, 2/3.
God,
It's the same thing that he gonna turn around and do to Esau Edom after,
right. Hey, those 2/3 that are around about, not on the shores of America, all right, know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to have his men, hey, round you up and bring him before the king and off with his head. All right? Know that. All right? That Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is just. All right? Because you didn't want to hear and you didn't want to hearken. Hey, you're a special kind of 2/3 if you make it through the destruction.
It's like
That's scary. All right, that's this 2/3 is already fear. All right, right. Hey man, to be kept until Yahweh Shai comes back. All right, to put him before the king and slay him then. All right. Hey man. Hey, go ahead. I ain't got even nothing. Just really saying.
Continue. Now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High. Their horse is flesh and not spirit.
Right. Hey, their horse is flesh and not spirit. That means their chariots, their technology, everything they have is made of elements. All right. It's made of an element. It's made of something. You could say tangible. All right. Something that has a substance in this world. All right. Not made of spirits. They only can do what they're designed to do. All right. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and his fleet. All right. His chariots are made of what? A spirit. All right. Who can control the spirit? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's it. All right. There's nothing else that can control the spirit but Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right. His horses are flesh. All right. What can flesh be done? Flesh can be damaged. It can be mangled. It can be beaten. It can be bruised. It can be destroyed.
When Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is helped shall fall down, and they all shall fall. Oh, fell together. Sorry, and they also fell together.
Read it again. It's
All right,
like-
start back. All right, start back. Isaiah 3 starting at the break. When Yahweh Shemi Ashai shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is helped shall fall down, and they also fell together.
They all shall fall together. All right, all these nations in the midst of this World War III, all right, will fall. All right, will perish. Okay, hey, Slovakia, America will perish. Anybody who's here on the shores and the land of America, no matter if you're in bunkers, hey, that will be your tomb. All right, hey, you will die in this land of America. All right, and those who were in World War III, so on and so forth. All right, until after that 1 hour, all right, after that 60 seconds, all right, 60 minutes, all right, then Yahweh Shemi Shai has decimated and decimated and stopped World War III and start putting these other nations in captivity, all right, chains and shackles. All right, after that has happened, where you start, rounding up and collecting those bodies, all right, it's only going to take 60 minutes. Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to do away with all the atrocities, all the firmament, the satellites, and all the bullshit that's in the air. Hey, man, you're going to be able to see the heavens. All right, all this is going to be clean. All right, we know it's going to be a time period. The very elements, the water is going to be clean, the air is going to be clean. All right, the world is going to turn back to its righteous state. The first job of Esau, Edom, and these other nations, go around and collect all these bodies, get them up. All right, that's your first job. All right, collect all those. All right, do that now. All right, now, not now, but right now. All right, this is not. There's the time of asking. All right, asking you to get right is gone. When Yahweh sends Yahweh Shai to crack those clouds, there is no more questions. Every knee shall bow, every mouth shall confess that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is Lord. All right, and His will. What is His will? What happens with His will? It gets done.
So this is Isaiah 22 and verse, I'm starting at 15. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, go get thee unto this treasurer, even unto Shebna, which is over the house, and say, what hast thou here, and whom hast thou here, that thou hast hewed thee out a sepulchre here, as he that heweth him out a sepulchre on high, and that graveth an habitation for himself in a rock. Behold, the Lord will carry thee away with a mighty captivity, and will surely cover thee. Let me grab that in the NLT. It says, this is what the Lord, the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies said to confront Shebna, the palace administrator, and give him this message. Who do you think you are, and what are you doing here? Building a beautiful tomb for yourself, a monument high up in the rock. For the Lord is about to hurl you away, mighty man. He is going to grab you. Pretty much, these devils is building. They built up this land, or this land, America. Off the backs of the Israelites, right?
But Obadiah, they shall build.
Right, I was just that's the spirit. Go ahead if you got it.
That's that Obadiah or Malachi?
There's it's one in Malachi, but Obadiah says I will make them fire. I will make you fire. They will be stubble.
Yeah, that's
That's Obadiah. Yeah, that's Obadiah. But I think that is in Malachi. That
Malachi.
in generations.
But pretty much, they built this. This is they built this. America was built, just for the destruction. It's Malachi 1. Yeah, you got it.
Malachi 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they
Start back at the top again. Hey, how about Shimei Shai said no. All right. He said no, it's not gonna happen. All right. I just speak up a little bit louder.
Malachi 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
Right. Indignation forever. Esau, Edom. All right. He said, you shall build, but I will throw it down. All right. You saying you're going to build again. He said, nay. All right. Nay. I gave you your time to reign. You're finished. All right. There's no good here. All right. You have nothing else to give. All right. You committed abomination after abomination, atrocity after atrocity. Enough is enough. Right, you fulfilled your lot and your purpose. I have made Esau, Edom to be the wicked. All right, and with you being the wicked, the atrocities that you have committed, hey, now it's time to answer for the judgment and time to receive your judgment. All right.
In Revelation, the 18th chapter, it says that the sin has reached the heavens.
God.
All right. So pretty much, and all that means that Most High is fed up, with everything that's going on and continuing to go on.
This is in the NLT Lamentations 4:21 and 22. Are you rejoicing in the land of Uz, O people of Edom? You too must drink from the cup of the Lord's anger. You too will be stripped and you're naked. You too will be stripped naked in your drunkenness. O beautiful Jerusalem, your punishment will end. You will soon return from exile. But Edom, your punishment is just beginning. Soon your many sins will be exposed.
Right. You thought you were going to get away. You didn't think you had to answer. All right. You other nations didn't think you had to answer. You thought, hey, we could just go scot-free. All right. Hey, we committed those atrocities, but they deserved it. All right. Hey, we did deserve it. But we didn't deserve for you to afford the afflictions by the will of your hand. All right. Even though we understand it was through the will and power of Yahweh by Shimei Shai, so you can be judged righteously. All right. For when our punishment yet had in it. All right. You continued that affliction. You continued that hell. All right. Knowing and understanding, hey, we understand that Yahweh Shimei Shai is long suffering. All right. Hey, and look at it as a chance. He gave you opportunity after opportunity to get it right, and you just kept on messing up. All right. You just went overboard and it was like, it doesn't matter. All right. We'll never have to answer. All right. But you have to answer. All right. And matter of fact, somebody continue on Malachi. Just because I'm going to get to one of my favorite parts. Let's get to Malachi. One. You're on. You're on 4, right?
Con.
Start it. Yeah, just go to 5.
Malachi 1, verse 5. And your eyes shall see, ye shall say, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Said the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests that despise my name, and ye say, wherein have we despised thy name? Ye offer polluted bread upon mine altar, and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? and that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible, and ye offer the blind for sacrifice. Is it not evil? And ye offer the lame and sick. Is it not evil? Offer it to thy governor. Will he be pleased with thee, or accept thy person? Said the Lord of hosts. Right. So Yahweh Shemi Shai is coming to cleanse. I just wanted to finish that. Yahweh Shemi Shai is coming to cleanse all that from the unacceptable sacrifices that the 2/3 offer unto Yahweh Shemi Shai. These other nations try to offer unto Yahweh Shemi Shai. It is not acceptable. All right, the priests, the people, it's like the priests who aren't out here with truth and sincerity in their hearts. All right, hey, offering all these abominable things unto Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to throw you down with that border of wickedness. All right, you have to continue, hey, to get your judgment. All right, you will fall by Yahweh Shemi Shai's will. All right, hey, for clinging unto your father the devil. All right, for following after his ways, you have to answer. All right, continuously. All right, you have continued. All right, the whole 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, this is, hey, why should he be stricken anymore? Hey, can two walk together unless they be agreed? All right, and you are not in agreement with Yahweh Shemi Shai. Therefore, you must go. All right? Hey, the water for reading that through, I just, like, that was just, hey, the nation of Israel has continued to be an outcast. All right, 2/3 of the nation of Israel has continued to be an outcast unto Yahweh Shemi Shai. You do not care about his works. All right, if you don't care about his laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments, and don't want to adhere, hey, then death to you that Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to bring upon you. All right, you and yours. All right, for not believing upon the true testimony of Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, anybody got anything else? Anything else, guys? Follow. Got anything else? Hey, if you got something, you can just bring it out. We're about to close out. So, okay. There's just Deuteronomy 32:28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that were wise, that understood this, they would consider their latter end. Right. Hey, the nation that understands it, all right, is the nation of Israel, but only the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, to understand the latter end, right? You understand that Yahweh Shemi Shai, hey, has a purpose for all things. You understand that Yahweh Shemi Shai has a chosen people for his purpose. All right, he did it for his name's sake. Okay, not for just the glorification of Israel. It was for his name's sake first and foremost. Why? Because we are Yasharala. All right, Yasharala, he Prince of the Power. All right, so it is his name that he put on us. As Yahweh put Yahweh Shai's name, as Yahweh put his name on Yahweh Shai. All right, so he did unto his nation. Okay, Yasharala. All right, done. And being that we are those children, hey, we have a responsibility and a duty. And Lord willing, hey, we are fulfilling our duty with honesty, truth, and sincerity, and to the fullest extent that Yahweh Shemi Shai, the faith that He has given us. All right, and continuing on and praying for more. All right. But with that, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. We're gonna face the east. Gonna give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, double honors to our apostles and elders, Great Millstone, to all the brothers out there teaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, the bias of God, the house of David. Next time we say Shalom, God above all, Yasharala.